I want to ask you because in conclusion, the report reads, from the aforesaid enumerated values of judicial life, it is obvious that all the virtues expected from a judge are founded upon the concept of probity. Probity qua a judge is measured by yardstick, which is much more stringent than the probity expected of a civil post holder. But that probity, they say, it erodes the trust which needs to be now viewed very, very stringently. How do you respond to the findings of the committee?
Can I do some plain talking?
Absolutely, always.
What you've just read sounds like so much rhetoric. The judgment of the Supreme Court in Ramaswamy's case only laid down a marker because the court was trying to balance applying criminal law to judges where you would leave them exposed to political pressure, you leave them exposed to disgruntled litigants. So a measure of protection for the judges, but not to place the judges above the law. So they said you must have the CJ as permission. Now, this is a classic case. Lord Denning had once used a very nice expression for a judgment. He says if you take a wrong turn and keep driving, you go off the cliff. This is a case of, I said this earlier and I've said this now. This is a case of taking a wrong turn and now we have driven off the cliff. When this video reached the Chief Justice, he should have weighed what would he have done if a video like this of a minister had been received and an FIR not been registered. You would have had the Supreme Court up in flames, SIT appointed, BIT appointed, FIT appointed, CIT appointed, all sorts of things appointed, judicial probe, holding the executive to account, etc. Haven't we seen that in the past? On a CAG report, people have been arrested. Now, here is a live video. Is this not good enough case to call the police and say, if this is true, it's a violation of the Prevention of Corruption Act. Register a preliminary inquiry report. Discreetly, please. It's a High Court judge. Go and do your inquiry discreetly. But if you find a good enough case to register a complaint, come to us, we'll have a look and then register the complaint. Simple. Why are you in a situation where a sitting judge of a court calls 3 Chief Justices' report perverse? What will the litigant feel? When it comes to your own, you have different standards. So, this is really, I'm very disappointed at this turn of events. That's all that I can say. All the institutions are under a lot of scrutiny. And I'll be failing in my duty to say the high stature of the judiciary has in recent times come under question. Incidents like this don't really happen.